Jonathan Jones, Prisco, CBS Sports, alongside Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken. We're having a good time up here. You're having a great time.
I am.
Is you're almost a month into being an NFL head coach? Is this exactly what you thought it was going to be?
Well, people have asked me that, and I think anytime you take a new job, it's irrespective of being a head coach, you're so immersed in the job that you don't have time to even think about what actually the job is, I guess, from a title standpoint. You're just, what is it that you have to do today? We had to hire staff, right? Then you have to get ready for the combine. And free agency, just whatever shows up on your docket is what's the task at hand right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're an offensive coordinator, then it's putting a staff together in your playbook, right? It's whatever that task is, that's where you're at.
Did you know going into this that you were going to have so many Shedeur Sanders questions?
I had a feeling it was going to come to that. When you talk about last year's draft and all the conversation about where he was going to go, where he ended up, being in Cleveland.
Where he didn't want to go?
Right, exactly. And so then it ended up and then playing the back half of the year and winning some games and playing well at times. I'm not surprised, obviously, in the quarterback position.
Have you had time to sit down and talk with him at all?
I've talked to him 3 times. I think he's come in to see me. In fact, for my birthday, I got this package. Like, all of a sudden, February 5th, this package comes, and I thought it was for my wife. It's like this package, and opens it up. It's like this porcelain, like, horse head, and it's from Shedeur. He sent me a gift on my birthday, and I asked him, I said, what was the meaning? He said, well, I just really liked it. He said, I got myself one. I said, well, great. Awesome.
That is a little weird.
That is weird. Send me a horse head. That's great.
You say horse head, and I'm thinking
Godfather.
It's actually, it really wasn't a bloody horse head. It
messages.
was actually like a horse. I put it between all the Cleveland helmets and put it up there for him to see when he comes in the office. He's come in about 3 times, and we've had a chance to talk a little bit and what his off-season schedule is going to look like and where we go from here.
What's the quarterback competition going to look like? Because we've heard you up at the podium. We've heard you throughout. You're not handing this job over to Shedeur Sanders. It certainly doesn't sound like. What's this competition looking like?
Well, I don't think you can. I don't think there's enough of a sample size recently with any of our candidates to be our starting quarterback, be it Dylan, Deshaun, or Shedeur, that you can say that's our starter. You just can't. There were times in the back half of the year where you said, boy, Shedeur Sanders looks like a starting NFL quarterback. And you can go as far back just a year ago or maybe 2 years ago where you said, boy, there's signs that Deshaun Watson is really playing at elite level.
Especially against you guys, the Ravens, right?
In 23. And then Dylan, who did it at 3 different colleges, Central Florida, Oklahoma, and Oregon at elite level. I mean, there's a lot to work with there. There really is.
You think you're going to be adding to that group, or is that, because you have draft picks and stuff?
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think at any position you're looking to add. I don't think that's ever out of the question that you would add to upgrade at any given position, especially at that position.
I don't know that there's a good way, Todd, to correct me if I'm wrong, to run a quarterback competition. Like, is it QB1 reps on one day and then the next guy gets the 1 reps? Do you split them during? What is that competition going to look like?
Well, we're going to work through that, obviously, as you get through spring. I mean, that's the most important time is when you get everybody back. You get a chance to install what we're going to do offensively and the terminology. And so I think that's the starting point, to get them comfortable so their talent can shine. I think that's the biggest thing is if they're not comfortable, you're not going to see what they're capable of. So obviously we got to build a system around what we believe in, but then ultimately what our players do best.
Did you think this opportunity was coming? I mean, you're getting a little older like we all are, but did you think this was ever going to come for you?
It's the reason I left Georgia to come back to the NFL. The Ravens, that was part of it. The other was to work with Lamar Jackson. That was a challenge with a great organization, as the Ravens are. But you get to the point where you think, well, maybe it's not going to happen. If that had been the case, then fine. It's still pretty cool to be an offensive coordinator in the NFL, be one of the top 32 in the world at what you do. So had it not ever gone that way, I wouldn't have felt any less complete as a coach or a man, but it's everything I've worked for, and it's the reason I came back to the NFL for this opportunity.
You don't strike me as somebody who's going to put a win total on the 2026 Cleveland Browns, and so I'll ask you, what is your goal, or what are your goals year one, other than we're going to play smart, fast, physical Cleveland Brown football?
Well, I think I'll never put a cap on winning. I just think that's silly. But I will say this. When I looked into the job and when I started interviewing, I noticed the back half of the year, Browns had 3 wins. and yet at home lose to the Bills by 3, beat the Steelers at home, go on the road and beat the Bengals. Wow, if that doesn't fire you up to say we're really not that far away. Let's say that happens to start the year. Lose to the Bills by 3 and win 2 divisional games and you're 2-1. Who knows where that goes from there? So this is the NFL, right? It's year to year, right? And I don't think it's a rebuild. I think it's just a retool. Few positions here or there, and get ourselves in position to win every week. That's what you're trying to do.
There you have it.
There you go.
Rebuild or retool. There you go. Todd Monken, Cleveland Browns. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate it.
guys.